U.S. President Donald Trump and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan have recently gone from this, between two key NATO allies, to an unprecedented standoff over this man, Andrew Brunson, an American evangelical pastor detained in 2016 and now under house arrest in Turkey. He is charged with espionage, aiding U.S.-based cleric Fethullah Gulen, who Turkish authorities say orchestrated the 2016 failed military coup, supporting the PKK, listed as a terrorist group by Turkey, the U.S., and the EU, and working to convert Turkish Kurds to Christianity. The pastor, who has lived in Turkey for more than 20 years, faces up to 35 years in jail. President Trump and his core evangelical base are demanding Brunson's immediate release. Vice President Mike Pence has warned the Turkish president to be ready to face the consequences.
The United States will impose significant sanctions on Turkey until Pastor Andrew Brunson is free.
Ve bu tür tehdit dili kullanmaya da biz kusura bakmasınlar pek prim vermeyiz. Yani bunu da bilinmesini istiyoruz.
President Erdogan and his government say they won't give in. Now the Trump administration has applied the most dramatic pressure to date with the announcement of U.S. sanctions against Turkish Interior Minister Suleyman Soylu and Justice Minister Abdulhamit.
We've seen no evidence that Pastor Brunson has done anything wrong, and we believe he is a victim of unfair and unjust detention by the government of Turkey.
U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin released a statement that says both ministers are leaders of an entity that has engaged in, or whose members have engaged in, serious human rights abuse. They were sanctioned under the Global Magnitsky Act, which penalizes authorities for human rights abuses. Both sides are still talking. Turkey's foreign minister met with U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on the sidelines of the recent ASEAN meeting in Singapore.
We want to solve problems with diplomacy and communication. We've said from the start that threatening language and sanctions won't go anywhere.
The recent plummeting of relations between the U.S. and Turkey is reminiscent of issues over Turkey's military intervention in Cyprus in 1974 and its refusal to allow American troops to use bases in Turkish territory ahead of the 2003 U.S.-led invasion of Iraq. While the catalyst for the rift is over Brunson's release, other issues include Turkey's recent purchase of a Russian S-400 missile defense system, whether U.S. lawmakers will allow the sale and delivery of 100 Lockheed Martin F-35 jets to Turkey, and if Turkey will continue to allow American forces to use Incirlik Air Base in the fight against Daesh. And with the U.S.-Turkey relationship in crisis and rhetoric from both sides escalating, it's unclear if Presidents Trump and Erdogan can work together to keep tensions from boiling over. Courtney Kealy, Straight Talk.